After I had my gray hair blended during my gray hair grow out, I didn't want to have to keep going back to the salon to add toner. So I figured out how to maintain it at home myself. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I did it. Before I do that, I think it's important to understand why I gray blended in the first place. I mean, it might seem confusing because I ditched the hair dye because I was tired of the maintenance, and now I willingly entered into something that required maintenance. And I talk about that in my last video. See, when I first decided to grow out the hair color, I did not know how to do it. I assumed I was going to have to chop my hair off. I didn't think I could handle going short and going gray at the same time. And this is the main reason why I kept putting off growing it out, even though I wanted to. Finally, I just couldn't take it anymore, so I decided to just start growing out. Initially, I went cold turkey. I just let it grow and grow and grow. And that skunk stripe just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But what I didn't anticipate was at the same time that the roots were getting longer, the dyed ends of my hair were turning this grotesque orange brassy color. I had so many different colors in my hair, I started looking like a calico cat. That part drove me absolutely nuts, to the point where I thought I wasn't gonna make it to the end. So what I did was I set a goal for myself. I even remember putting it on a calendar that I would go 6 months on this journey. And if I absolutely couldn't take it anymore, I'd just dye my hair back again. But that line of demarcation was driving me absolutely nuts. Not so much because I had two-toned hair, but it was that color on the dyed ends that had faded and faded to this gross looking brassy orange color. So I did a lot of things to help with just sort of breaking that up. I did some braiding. I'm not very good at braiding, but I tried. I used some headbands. I wore scarves. I would put it up into a messy bun.
I wore it curly a lot more.
Found myself avoiding mirrors a lot. Finally, at 9 months, I couldn't take it anymore. So I went to my stylist, the person who used to color my hair, and I said, what can we do about this? And basically, she just put highlights and lowlights in from that line of demarcation down. She did have to go into some of the growth, which I wasn't really excited about, but I knew that it had to be done. But the part about gray blending that a lot of people don't talk about that much is what happens after a few weeks. That toner, it fades, and you're left with the orange brassy tones again. That's exactly what happened to me. And the last thing that I wanted to do was keep going back to the salon to have the toner put on. I didn't know what to do because I was still so new to this, even though I had dived into the Silver Sisters community online. I didn't know what to do about this because nobody was really talking about that back then. Everybody talks about purple shampoo to cancel yellow tones out of gray hair that sometimes appear for a lot of reasons. One of the first things that I did was I used blue shampoo just on the ends of my hair. Blue is going to neutralize orange brassy tones.
This worked somewhat, but it was drying and it didn't last.
And I remembered this woman, and I'm going to play a video here because it just explains it so much better, about a product that she used that got me through this grow out.
Who wants to hear the story of how I discovered overtone to grow out my gray hair? Back when I was in the indecision phase, you know the phase, the one where you're thinking about going gray, but you haven't quite made the decision. I was in a big box home improvement store, and I saw this lady with the most gorgeous salt and pepper hair. And it was similar to what I thought my hair would look like based on my roots. So of course I asked her if that was her natural hair color, and she said it was. And she had grown it out by using overtone to blend the grays. I didn't decide to ditch the dye till a couple years after that, but I never forgot her and I never forgot the product. And when I was finally ready to go gray, I got overtone. I used it to tone down the brassy orange ends of my hair.
Some women, though, with gray hair who have tried this have experienced some weird tones after using these overtone products, like the ends of their hair possibly turning green or blue. And I think it's because these products have a blue base to them. So, you know, if you ever do try to go this route, just do a strand test. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I didn't care what color ended up on the ends of my hair at that time, as long as it wasn't orange and brassy. They have other colors, and I know that some women have put, you know, pink and purple and all different fun colors on the ends of their hair just to sort of enjoy that grow grow out process.
Even after my grow out, I did streaks of teal and magenta, which were so fun.
Because remember, it's not forever. Depending on the length of your hair, mine did take 4 years to grow out, but it's not gonna last forever. And one day you might wake up and realize that you sort of missed that line of demarcation. I know that I do sometimes, which is really strange. But then a funny thing happened as time went by. I stopped obsessing over it. I settled into it. I got kind of used to it. The unbelievable confidence that you get by going through this process is unbelievable. And sometimes I think that that's why the journey is so long, because it gives you that time to kind of get used to it, to grow into that new hair color and that new identity that's forming. You're still who you used to be. You're just more confident and sassy. I just let it do its thing. I got frequent trims and I just didn't care anymore. And I promise you that that will happen too, if you give it the chance. Since I grew it all out, I've learned a lot of different ways that I could have done this. Do I have any regrets on how I did it? No, because I keep saying this. There's no badge of honor in doing this in the hardest way possible. You have to figure out the method that works for you. Because once you're fully grown out, nobody's really gonna care how you did it, just the fact that you did it. I really hope that you found this video helpful. Don't forget to share with somebody who might find it useful. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about how I went through my process, as well as some of the newer things that I discovered along the way. As usual, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.